Hi guys, Will here and welcome back to Thursday's Thoughts, the once per week upload where I share a thought, a tip or an idea to make you the very best trader that you can be. And on today's episode, I want to talk to you about Bitcoin and more specifically the truth about where you should be buying or in fact selling. Stay tuned and let's get into it. Hi guys, Will here from WB Trading and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the free content that I share with the trading community here on YouTube. So it's my first day back at the desk today, back in front of the screens, and all I've heard all Christmas long is the word Bitcoin. Friends, family, even one of the team here at WB Trading actually just asked me about it half an hour ago. So I thought, right, let me just pop a video together to just share my thoughts. We'll take a common sense look at the market and break things down as a helping hand. So let's do just that. Now, before anything, let's remind ourselves what a market even is, right? It's a collection of humans, of buyers and sellers, driven by fear and by greed. Okay, so looking at this chart, looking at the news, listening to friends and family, it's clear that we're in euphoria mode, aren't we, right now? Or we're coming close, that's for sure. So let's ask the question. What does everybody who's not invested in Bitcoin want to do right now, right this second? They want to buy, don't they? They're looking at this run up and they're thinking, my God, why didn't I just buy last month or last quarter or last year? Right, I'd be up 100%, 200% or more right now. And it's that kind of thinking that sets people up to, in many cases, get their ass handed to them. Now, that's because they have no strategy, no edge, no plan. They just have a feeling of missing out or wanting to get in on it. Right, and we all know what's coming when the masses all collectively try to do one thing all at once. Typically a crash or a downturn or a pullback. But with that said, right now there is an army of people wanting to buy, isn't there? Which means that logically any pullbacks will be bought up. A crash will be bought up, fueling the overall rally. But what you have to remember is it's a feedback loop situation. As more people buy and prices continue upwards, the news goes wild, social media goes wild, and even more people buy as prices continue upwards, fueling a spiral of elation, of overconfidence, unplanned risk-taking. And whilst none of us can predict the future, again, we all know what happens when this type of bubble behaviour starts to unfold, don't we? The thing that no one sees coming often comes along in the form of some kind of crash in many cases. And by the way, if you are enjoying the video today, it'd be really great if you take just a quick second to hit that thumbs up button for me. That'd really help me, if that's okay with you. Now, with that said, again, no one knows what will happen here. Bitcoin could be at $50,000 come the end of next month. It could be at $1,000 come the end of next month. But if I had to make a prediction, if you pressed me for my opinion, I'd say that we likely have a corrective phase on the way. And I say that for a reason. That being where price is at the moment via the daily chart in relation to the all-important 200-day moving average, which is currently way below market, down at $13,100. Now, for those that might not know what a moving average is, it shows the current average or the mean price of the market. And of all the indicators that exist, the 200-day moving average is one of, if not the most widely used indicator that there is. So hedge funds and institutions use it as a reference point, professional traders use it as a reference point, trend followers use it as a reference point, and because of that it becomes somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy, so to speak. And the moving average itself shows us a price mathematically calculated that the market should revisit and mean revert back to at some stage. And again, if we look at where we are in relation to that average price of the market at the moment, well, this is, as of today, the furthest that we've been from the 200-day moving average since December 2017. And we all know what happened not long after December 2017, don't we? So how the hell do you interact with a market like this? Well, I shared my own strategy in a video earlier this month, and that's to average in for the long term. And the reason that I do this is to remove the emotion, to remove the guessing and the predicting and the worry, because that's what causes loss in most scenarios, isn't it? It's acting on emotion without a plan. That is the number one reason why so many traders fail. So if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a strategy in place, there's only really three options. So number one, don't interact with the market, just leave it alone. This isn't the only market that exists, and it isn't the only market that you can use to make money. Never feel tied to a market or to an asset just because it's in the news. That's stupid behavior, isn't it? Buying something because everybody else is buying it, that as a trader, it gets you killed. Or number two, for those with a long-term interest in the market, like I have myself, you might want to do what I do and just set a small, manageable amount of money aside each week or each month and just buy the market unleveraged for the long term. Now, it's not exciting, but it works. And most importantly, it removes, again, the guessing, the predicting, the jumping in and getting burned, and so on. Or option three, you could well learn a short-term strategy that provides edge, that you can apply to the market to pull short-term profits out. Something like my session momentum strategy or my higher time frame bias bar strategy, for example, would work really well. And I'll pop a link to those in the description for you if you'd like to get the course for each one of those downloaded. But again, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a strategy, especially if you don't have edge, don't let fear of missing out drive your decision making, because you're likely to get burned. And I don't want that to happen to any of you who follow me here via this channel. I'm here to help you, and hopefully this video does that for you all. You don't have to copy me in averaging in if you don't want to. But if there's just one point and just one suggestion I'd make and really emphasize here, it's this. Do not take a position unless you know why you're doing so, unless you have a plan, so that if the market goes down, you're okay with that. And if the market goes up, again, you know what you'll actually do next, and so on. When you take a trade, any market, it's critical that you know, if X happens, what will I do? And if Y happens, again, what will I do? You need to know that ahead of time before ever putting any money at risk. Or if you don't, you will unfortunately likely pay the price in losses to the markets. And again, I don't want that to have to happen. Anyway, so I hope that helps. I hope that's added value for you all and triggered some inspiration. Hopefully that's provided some ideas for those of you who are interested in the Bitcoin market. I'll leave it there for today. And as always, trade with edge, with consistency, and I look forward to having you back here on the channel soon. Thanks, guys.